Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Teresa's Kitchen. Tonight, I will be making a steak salad, and it's going to consist of a lot of fresh ingredients that I will be using today. Most of the ingredients is vegetation, of course, vegetables. So, let's get started. Let me go ahead and begin by showing you all the ingredients that I will be making with the salad. I have a round eye steak at room temperature. It's important that when you are making certain meats, especially steak, it needs to cook at room temperature. It needs to cook at room temperature because you want it to be able to evenly cook. I also have some Mexican cheese. I have a bottle of red salad dressing. I have some spray. I have some tortillas. I have some taco seasoning. I'm going to be grilling some corn on the cob, some fresh corn on the cob. We're going to have some tomatoes chopped up in the salads, along with some fresh cilantro, romaine lettuce, and finally, an avocado. So yes, so I'm going to begin cooking, and I'm not going to be cooking on the stove, surprisingly. I will be using my indoor electrical grill. So I'm going to be grilling my steak, and the steak is going to cook for at least 10 minutes. You can lightly season your meat with salt and black pepper because steak really doesn't require a lot. I chose to do the grill because I just wanted to try something differently opposed to stovetop all the time. So we're going to see how that's going to work out. And I'm also going to be grilling the corn on the cob. So before I begin to grill the corn on the cob, I also need to basically shuck the corn on the cob, shook it, or you know what I mean. So I need to basically shook the corn, and then that's also going to be going on the grill. So I might just place both of them on the grill at the same time so they can be cooking, so everything can just pretty much come off the grill at the same time. So let's get started. So here's my indoor grill that I'm going to be using. The highest it goes up to is 5, so I pretty much put it on 3, like medium. So what I'm gonna do is wait until it get hot. I'm gonna be able to tell how hot it is just by putting my hand going across it, not touching the grill because I don't want to get burnt. Also, there's a pan, so when the oils begin to drip from the steak, it's just gonna catch it. So I have foil at the bottom because you know me, I like to cover my stuff up. So the reason for the spray that I said earlier that you would need is because I'm going to spray my grill very good so nothing won't stick to the grill. So I'll also be having the steak cooking at the same time, and I will also be having the corn on the cob cooking at the same time. So you see how it's greasing my pan very well so nothing won't stick. Right now I'm just standing over the garbage can, and what I'm gonna do is begin to shuck the corn. And all you have to do is just pull the leaves off until you see the corn on the cob. And you take all the husk off of it. I did say skin. You can break it down, the cob part, well, the handle part. And make sure you get all the husk off. And then you can actually wash it off with some cold water. And that's how you clean your corn on the cob. So I have 3 of them that's done like this. So I'm placing the steak on the grill. I'm gonna allow it to cook for at least 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. Sure you guys are hearing this sizzle. Along with the steak, I'm going to be adding the corn on one side. So I have all this extra space. Don't make no sense to have cook one thing at a time. So I got the corn. You know how to do it. You guys know how to barbecue. So this is indoor. So this is what I have going on right now. The steak has already been flipped over. So we're going to continue on with now working with the vegetables that we have. I'm going to be chopping up a salad. And the salad is going to contain the romaine lettuce, as I said earlier, cilantro, tomato, and avocado, along with a ranch salad dressing, a taco ranch salad dressing to be exact. So now what I'm doing is that I'm sifting through the romaine lettuce to see what pieces are good, putting them to the side because I'm going to wash them off in cold water, make sure they're not dirty when it goes into the salad. So I'm just breaking it apart. And this is what I came up with. So I'm just going to go ahead, place it in the bowl, and just let it soak in the water for a few minutes and see what kind of dirt that's going to rise up in this salad. Let me turn my grill up on high because I would love for the corn and the steak to achieve the grill marks that you would have if you normally was outside grilling. So I'm going to turn it up to 4. So that means it's going to be a nice grill marks. So right now, I'm waiting for it so I can turn it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the steak over and the corn. And don't you hear all that sizzling going on? And look at the grill marks. Fantastic. So I'm gonna, now that I've turned the steak over, I'm gonna turn over the corn and see what, look at the corn. It also has some grill marks. Corn really doesn't take that long to cook either on the grill, but you just want to make sure it's cooked all the way around. So you just got to keep turning it and turning it to make sure that all sides of the corn is done. I'll probably spread a little bit more to ensure that it's going to be done. So here's my Pam spray and let her do the work. So make sure you keep an eye on it because you really don't want this to overcook and it's going to be horrible. So keep an eye out on your steak. So as I was saying earlier, you have to wash your romaine lettuce. So I have some lettuce right here. I'm just going to chop them up. Make sure you don't have any bad ones because that's what you don't want. Chop them up. Place them in a bowl. And I actually love romaine lettuce. I was trying the mixed greens and the iceberg lettuce and they would go bad really fast. And so I'm like, I keep wasting my money. I don't want to keep wasting my money. So the next alternative was to try this, and I'm so happy that I made that change. All you're gonna do is chop it up, put it in the bowl. And I can hear my steak sizzling all the way on the other side of the room. So when you hear I can chop it up. Again, I said maybe at least 10 to 12 minutes for the steak, and then you're gonna let the steak rest. You don't want it to overcook, especially if you're a steak person. You know how to cook some steak. Okay, so my job is done over here. So let's check out this steak that's up here on this grill. I still hear the sizzling going on. Just gonna move it around on the grill and make sure it's really getting done. And again, I'm turning my corn. I'm just gonna keep turning my corn till all sides are done. You see how it's getting brown? The whole corn is not gonna look like this, but at least you know if you keep turning it, it's going to eventually get done. So you see the little marks? It's nice to have an electrical grill that you can cook indoors when you don't feel like going outside and taking all the charcoal out, or at least on a rainy day you have an opportunity just to grill in your house. So Look at that. Look at the nice grill mark. So I'm just gonna let it cook just for about another 3 minutes. While we're waiting for the steak to get done, I'm gonna at least take a quarter of a cup of fresh cilantro. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the steak. I walked away for a few minutes to hopefully, oh, look at it. I love the grill marks. So again, I'm just gonna turn the corn over to make sure that it's getting cooked on each side. Just turn it over. So now what I'm doing over here is that I'm cutting up like a fourth of a cup of fresh cilantro. Smells really good. Smells absolutely amazing. This is going to be going inside of your salad dressing. So, I have some cilantro, fresh cilantro cut up. Make sure you try to cut it up as small as you can. I washed it up earlier, so here it is right here. You can buy it in a bunch. Now, I'm also going to be cutting up these 2 tomatoes. They're not big tomatoes, little tomatoes. It's funny how some people don't like these tomatoes because I'm one of them sometimes. But then you love it when it's time to make spaghetti, or you love tomatoes because it's in the spaghetti, or you love it because it's in ketchup. I'm just one of those folks. So I'm just gonna like slice up my tomato and just cube it up. That's all. While we're waiting on the steak to get done. After I'm done cubing it up, I'm actually gonna go take it off the eye because I would like for it to rest. Once the steak begins to rest, that means it's stopped cooking, and all the juices, by the time you slice it up, is going to basically go back into the steak, and it should be nice and tender. So, this is just some of the ingredients that's going inside of the steak salad tonight. I feel like I'm going slow tonight. It's just the process. It's just the process, people. It's just the process. So here I have my tomatoes cut up. So it's been about a good 10-12 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and take the steak off the eye and let it sit here and rest. I'm not going to take the corn off because I feel that all the sides of the corn has not cooked as of yet. So this is the steak so far coming off the grill. Can you guys see it? Nice grill marks. So I'm just going to set it to the side. And then I'm going to continue to allow my corn to cook. Oh, look at this. It's getting nice and pretty. Look at the color. See the color? I love grilling corn on the grill. Because then once the corn is done and it cools off for a little bit, I'm just going to actually slice the corn off the cob. So you do need to keep an eye on the corn because again, it's not like working on an outdoor grill where everything continues to sizzle. So just to check the temperature to make sure it's cooking fine, which look like it's cooking good. So now that I've chopped up the vegetables, what I'm going to be doing is making a salad dressing. And this is your ranch tacos salad dressing that I will be making. So I'm going to use at least 3/4 of a cup of ranch dressing along with 2 tablespoons of salsa. and a half a pack of, no, 1/4 pack of your favorite taco seasoning. So once I'm done measuring out the ingredients for the salad dressing, I'm actually going to be placing my ingredients inside of a mason jar so you can actually store it and use it for later, because you're actually making a salad dressing that you can use for later. So let me see if I can try to open this up. Oh my goodness. It's giving me a fight over here. Let's see. I guess it won. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the corn on the cob off the grill because it's cooked a little bit longer than the steak has. The steak cooked at least a good 10 minutes, and the corn is looking pretty good to me. So I just basically want the corn to basically start cooling off so I can be able to cut it off the cob, okay? So there's the corn on the cob. It's resting for now. I will be back. Now I'm going to be measuring out at least 3-4 cups of the ranch salad dressing. And like I said earlier, that I will be putting it in a mason jar. So that's about 3/4 cups of salad dressing. Because guess what? You can always use this later, okay? And it's going to go inside of a mason jar. Make sure you get all that extra salad dressing out. You don't want to miss out on that extra salad dressing. So make sure you get it all out, scrape it all out, and let it go inside the mason jar. So to the salad dressing, I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of salsa. And you can get whatever flavor of salsa you like. This is pretty much the mild flavor. So I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons and place it inside here. And I'm also going to be using at least 2 tablespoons of the salsa. Not the salsa, the taco seasoning. And to that mixture, I'm now going to add the cilantro. Remember I told you it was a great smelling type of vegetable. It's so refreshing. So I added all that together. You can mix it all together like I'm doing. And this is going to be your salad dressing. If you feel that you might want some more taco seasoning in it, that's fine. If you want to put some more salsa in it, that's cool. But like I said, you can always use this salad dressing later. And this is what it looks like. It's a thick, rich consistency. So it's not a watery salad dressing. No, it's not a vinaigrette background, but this is your salad dressing. So, now that the corn is cooled off, I'm just gonna simply take the ear of the corn, hold it up like this, and I'm gonna just take the knife alongside of the cob and just see how the corn is coming off? You hear it? That's how you can make some fresh corn. Love it. For those of you who are cream corn lovers too, you can make you some fresh cream corn just by doing what I did, was grill the corn and it's coming off just like that. And it didn't take no time. So this is what your corn looks like coming off the cob. Fresh grilled corn, and it's going to be going in your salad. I think if you can do it fresh, anything that's not in a can, and you can turn around and do it yourself, that's perfect. It's even better for your health when you can make some fresh homemade recipes like I'm doing. So I'm pretty much done. This is the cob. And here's the corn. And this is going to be one of your toppings for your chicken salad tonight. The next ingredient that will be going with our salad tonight is the avocado. I was never an avocado eater, but being that I had been on keto, it's considered to be the other fat, healthy fat. So I'm beginning to acquire a taste for avocado. I didn't know how to pick an avocado. And then a friend of mine told me, if you pick an avocado and if it's soft, that means it's good. Or if it's not soft, you just let it set out for a few days and let it start softening up, and then put it in the refrigerator so it won't go bad. So I just cut into this avocado. And so I'm gonna go ahead. It was so easy to cut open. I was just so surprised. And the skin, if you just cut around the skin right here, the avocado will basically slip out. So I'm learning something new. So this is part of dinner too. The avocado is also going to be part of the salad. So I'm just going to slice up half of the avocado, and it's going to either be on the side for those who don't like avocado. Those who like it, good. Those who don't like it, they don't have to eat it. So I'm just going to simply place it on the side of the plate. And you can do the same thing for people who don't like it either. My topping, I will be using the tortilla chips. I'm just gonna get like a handful of tortilla chips, place them in a Ziploc bag, and I'm just gonna like basically beat my hand over it, or anything you can to make the chips just be crunched up. That's it. That's all you have to do. Crunched up, and this is going to be your toppings for your salad tonight. I'm going to have fun slicing up this steak. Remember the steak that I had cooked earlier on the grill? I'm going to slice it as thin as I can because it's going to go on the salad. So once I'm done cutting up the steak, I will show you the final product of what the salad is going to look like. And again, you can basically cook the steak to your liking, whether it be well done, medium well, or well. I don't like a steak all the way done, as you can tell. So this is what my steak is going to be like on my salad. This is my steak salad. I have a bed of romaine lettuce. On that bed of romaine lettuce, there is the fresh avocado, the corn that I grilled on the grill, tomatoes, and I also have the steak that I made along with the sauce that's going across the bed of salad. So if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you once again for visiting Teresa's Kitchen, and you have a wonderful night. Bye. I meant to try out the salad, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to taste it and let you guys see how well and delicious this salad came out. It's not the first time, second time, or the third time I've made this. So I just need you to see how good it is.